Welcome to Rush, Coastal Rush, up in the panhandle of Florida and the region up there, shaking things up. It's we're really excited to have bringing in about 1,000 players with the merger, and again shaking things up. And Rush continues our dominance in Florida. Kyle and Ken or Kenny, how you guys doing?
Good, Josh.
Good, man. Thanks for taking the time. So let's talk. Kind of, you guys are just announced that you're joining Rush. So let's talk about the combination. You guys are joining some clubs and shaking the Panhandle of Florida up a little bit. So how did you guys get to the merger and then to Rush?
Yeah, I mean, it just started with, a couple of conversations, the regular coach stuff, and then playing in NPL is a big deal for us. We were the only club pulling NPL at the time, and it started with an idea of registration, kind of expanding the player pool, and conversations turned to emails, emails turned to meetings, and then we came together with another decent sized club here called Bayside Dynamo, and with the help of the directors then at the time, Paul Martin and our boss John Guidros, they started the ball rolling, and Kenny and I kind of picked it up. Along the way, we reached out into Alabama, worked with a club called Central Baldwin FC, and we just found a way to make it work. It's a big deal for the Panhandle, and it's something that this area has needed for a really long time.
And so, what are your guys' role, Kenny? What's your role going to be with this new with Coastal Rush?
So within Coastal Rush, I'll end up being the girls director, while Kyle will be working with the boys.
Okay, very very good. So, what do you got? What's most exciting for you, or a couple things I'm most excited about Rush?
I mean, personally for me, just the professional structure that, Rush brings to all the clubs. And I think for us to be able to take that structure and to run with it is going to be really exciting. Just the ability to expand opportunities for all the players through, CAP, Rush Select, National Select. There's so many different pathways and programs, and a lot of the parents that I've spoken to, the last couple of days, there's always one parent that's like, "Oh, I was reading about this program. This looks amazing," and I think there's just so much, and I'm really looking forward to making the most of everything working with you guys.
Very 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 cool. Kyle, is this going to be one of the biggest clubs that you've been a part of when you with the merger?
Coaching wise, for sure. I've done most of my coaching here at Perdido. I played at a pretty big club in South Florida. I played for Weston growing up, and
Oh,
so
we were just down there for the Weston Cup with Rush Select.
yeah. That's my hometown. So
Nice,
this is
nice.
like I say, this is the kind of stuff that I feel like is needed because above everything else, how I judge a club is not just by size, but it's really the quality of player you're producing, and then where are you putting these kids after? I think the ultimate goal of all of this is to just get more kids into college, get more kids placed appropriately, and if we can push a kid into a pro contract, that'd be awesome. But for us, it's definitely, I think opportunity is the big word here, for all levels.
Yeah, very. And you brought something up. We were chatting obviously before this, and you brought something up. The younger kids on up are they're going to grow up in Rush. And so, what are your guys' thought process and kind of plans for these the U9s, U10s as they kind of develop into the Rush system? What are you guys seeing that happening like? I know it's early on, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be something where if we do it right and we utilize everything Rush has to offer, it'll be just a really really good environment for these kids to grow up in, and it'll be what they know. Like they'll know. They'll know the brand, they'll know the opportunities, they'll just grow up knowing like, hey, if I want to do something, I have the tools right here to go ahead and get it done. And I have coaches and administrators and stuff like that are going to be able to make these things happen for them. So that's a really big deal for us.
oh, that's very cool, very cool. All right, and then so Kenny, so recently you guys just had three kind of cool accomplishments for your players. So within the new Colt, we'll just call it Coastal Rush now because that's what it is. But you had a boys player of the year, a girls player of the year, and then a player to watch for. Who are those players, and kind of what does that mean for them?
Yeah, so on the boys' side first, Kyle Honeycutt, who won Player of the Year as a freshman, did a fantastic job. And then the one to watch on the boys' side was Caleb Wise. They're both 2005 boys in our club that, have done a great job, always put in a lot of hard work, and we're proud of them. And on the girls' side, we had Madison Dulay, who won their girls' player of the year. Madison plays with our under-19 girls as well. So she's another fantastic player that we love having all three of them around in our club.
That's impressive for a freshman. That's a big deal. It's a big deal for anyone to win Player of the Year. But as a freshman, you're beating out juniors, sophomore, junior, seniors to be Player of the Year, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Kyle, man, he's a talent.
That's really cool. Well, from us at Rush, as a welcome to Rush and Coastal Rush, we're going to give each one of them a $50 Capelli gift card to Capelli Sport.